Welcome into Falcons Today. I am your host, Joey Peterson. We got a ton to get into, so don't go anywhere. Training camp is still marching on, and we got the latest news and rumors of everything coming out for your Atlanta Falcons. Before we get into the content, though, make sure to like the video if you are as excited about the 2025 NFL season as I am. We are inching closer and closer to September, closer and closer to this team playing somebody who's wearing a different helmet, and I'm absolutely juiced. So if you're feeling the same way I am, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. We got 5 takeaways for you of everything that we learned from today at training camp, starting off with my Tennessee Volunteer, James Pearce Jr. Let me tell you this right now, guys, he's an absolute dog, and I think he's going to be absolutely massive for this defensive line, not just with his play, but giving them a little bit of an edge. And Caden Ellis actually spoke just about how important James Pearce Jr. is going to be to this team. He's got an edge to him, no pun intended. He's got an edge to him, and I just love that about him. You've got to have it. This is football. And it's about dominating the trenches, you know. You see he won the Super Bowl last year and see how they did it. And it was in the trenches. And at the end of the day, that's the engine of the team. And this team needs that exact same mentality after everything that we witnessed last year. After witnessing every opposing quarterback standing back in the backfield and having what seemed like 157 seconds to deliver the rock to any wide receiver. That has to change. That's why they drafted Jalen Walker. That's why they traded back into the first round to get James Pearce Jr. Because they know it too. Okay, looking back at last season, second to last in sacks, barely a top 20 unit in pressure. Pressure rate was 25th. And if you take it back even further, you can see that this just wasn't a one-year thing. In 2024, this has been happening for the last half decade. 32nd in the NFL, also known as dead last in sacks since 2021. 31st in pressure since 2021. 29th in interceptions since 2021. 30th in takeaways since 2021. James Pearce Jr. is going to help that as a rookie. If there's one thing he did when he was a Tennessee Vol, it was get to the quarterback and either get him to the ground or pressure him, make sure he gets the ball out, make that guy make mistakes. That's what James Pearce Jr. did his best when he was in college, okay? And I get the, not complaints about him coming into the draft, but the character concerns my ass. He's just a dog, okay? He's an absolute dog, and the league better be ready for what he's going to bring to Atlanta. The size, the speed, the athleticism. He's got everything to be an insane pro. And I'm just really happy that he's an Atlanta Falcon. Number 2, speaking of guys I'm happy are Falcons, let's talk about Michael Penix Jr., your QB1 in 2025. He is looking really, really good, okay? There's so many things about his game that look really, really sharp. And first one we got to mention is his deep ball accuracy. Something that, he came out of college. Everybody knew that when he was in Washington, he could throw the deep ball. Look at him hitting Drake London right there. Absolute dot on the money. That has been kind of what everybody's been talking about. His ability to hit those deep shots. His ability to be accurate 20-plus yards down the field. He's showcasing that. He has the best looking pass I've seen in a while, okay? The spiral is about as tight as ever. And I know it's a lefty we're talking about. Sometimes it can be a little bit jarring to watch those guys throw the football. But let's be real, Michael Penix Jr. does it with the best of them. And I think the most important thing is he looks very comfortable back there. That's something you really, really are looking for a guy who's only going into year 2. Only got to start, 2 games at the end of last year, maybe 3. He's looking back there like, I don't want to say that he's a veteran, but he just looks like that's his home, like he's comfortable. He's targeting guys like Drake London, Kyle Pitts a lot. Stop me if you've heard me talk about Kyle Pitts getting a lot of targets in the preseason training camp before. But still, he's getting his weapons involved. And if this team is going to do anything on offense, if they're going to be able to put up points and win games, Michael Penix Jr. is going to have to get those guys involved. Take a guess for me in the comment section down below. Predict his stat line in 2025. How do you think he does in year 2? You let me know your answer right now in the comments. My prediction, 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 picks. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't want to tell you, he's going to get over 4,000, over 30 touchdowns. I think he's going to have a good year. I think we're going to see growth from year 1 to year 2, and then I think year 3 is what everybody has to be on the lookout for when it comes to Michael Penix Jr. Speaking of him, you can get his jersey right now if you go to chatsports.com/MPJ shirt. It's on sale, okay? Get this before it is gone. Get this before the deal is over. I can promise you guys, this is like an investment. He's going to be in Atlanta for a very, very long time, and if you want to capitalize on that investment, chatsports.com/MPJ shirt is where you need to go. Made it super easy for you. Put that link and description, or put that link in the comments and description of today's video. Let's keep talking about the offense. Let's talk about Bijan Robinson. And if that sounds weird to you, well, remember, Bijan cleared it up on Monday that is how you pronounce his name. So we're going to give the guy some respect. Regardless, I think it's his year. He had a phenomenal year in 2024, right? 1,400 rushing yards, 400 receiving yards, 15 total touchdowns, almost 1,200 total yards. But I think we even see a step up in 2025. Call me crazy. The good thing is he has about as high expectations as I do. We all want it, Bijan said. We're all waiting for that Saquon type of season when it comes to explosives, but I've been working on a lot this offseason. And obviously when it gets to the season, it's time to go show it and go do the work the right way. We're done with the 30-yard runs and all that stuff. Now it's time to get those 60 yards, 50 yards. So I've been doing a lot more explosive drills. I'm doing a lot more running. 100 yards, like sprinting, so we can be prepared for, God willing, when those moments come in all the games. And the guy we think of, whenever we think of as explosive and long runs, obviously is Saquon Barkley. He did it with the best of them. He showed it at almost every single level of the postseason last year. And he was quoted by saying, there is nobody who's able to cut like Bijan in the NFL. Trust me. That's high praise from one of the best backs in the game. A guy who, in my opinion, resembles Bijan Robinson's skill set a ton. The thing about Robinson, he looks fast, he looks explosive, and he looks ready for 2025, okay? And trust me, I am ready to watch him play in 2025. What he's going to be able to do for Michael Penix, giving him a little bit of a safety blanket at that running back spot, I think it's going to be massive. Speaking of Penix, we can't talk about Penix without talking about Kirk Cousins. This one is in a positive light because Terry Fontenot made it obvious that there are no distractions when it comes to Kirk Cousins this year. I think that's the biggest concern with Kirk on this team in 2025 is a distraction for Penix, a distraction for the team in general, but the general manager made sure that that is not happening. Outside, he says, it's a lot more of a deal than it is in the building. He shows up, he does his job just like anybody. We've got to build the best 70-man roster so we can go win games. That's what we're focused on, and Kirk, just like all the other players, is focused on coming in here and doing their job. That's what he's been doing. I absolutely love that Kirk is embracing his role. And it doesn't surprise me at all that Kirk is embracing this role. That's just kind of the man that he is. And I think it's the perfect role for him at this step in his career. I don't know if there's a better guy to be a mentor to a younger quarterback than Kirk Cousins because he's dealt with a ton over the last decade, okay? You look at this duo together, I'm excited for what he's going to mean to Michael Penix's career moving forward. But Kirk's been through everything, right? He's been through the ups. He's been through the downs. He's been to the playoffs. He's lost in the playoffs, right? He's done a ton in this league, and I believe that Michael Penix is going to use Kirk to help guide him in this new role as a starting quarterback, okay? There's nothing wrong at all with having a solid veteran backup, okay? I think that most teams would prefer to have a solid veteran backup, but especially when that guy is mentoring a younger quarterback. And that's not the only young guy he's mentoring. Not that he's mentoring James Pearce Jr., but Kirk praised James Pearce Jr. for his pass bat down. It's obvious that the rookie in the first rounder is turning heads, not just of the defensive-minded people, but of the offensive-minded people as well. Speaking of offense and defense, we're not going to get into that with our last point. We're actually going to go to special teams. Let's talk about the kicking battle that is currently taking place between one Younghoe Koo, and then, of course, we can't talk about Koo without talking about the German Lenny Craig as well. They're kind of trading blows back and forth. You can see in green, those are makes. Red is a miss. 37 yards, Koo hit. 48 yards, 42 plus 32 as well. Miss from 52. Lenny Craig, very similarly, hit from 32, hit from 37, hit from 47 and 38, but missed from 52 as well. With Younghoe Koo, it was an interesting year in 2024. Lots of ups, lots of downs as well. 66% from 50 plus, 73% from field goals in general, who's perfect on extra points. At this point, I don't really care who wins. It can be Koo, it can be Craig. I just want whoever they pick, whoever is going to be the starting kicker going into 2025, I want to feel confident in that guy. When the game's on the line, he's lining up there, and he's trying to win this game for Atlanta, okay? That is all I want, and I think you guys probably share that same sentiment. We're going to go back to this. Like I hit it off the top, if you're still with us, you must be excited for 2025. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that you are just as juiced up as I am by liking today's video. Hit that thumbs up if you can't wait for week 1. Appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us here on Falcons Today. I was your host, Joey Peterson. Shout out to Xavier producing this video like a pro. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Make sure to subscribe for daily videos all throughout training camp, all through the preseason, of course. We'll be here when the season starts as well.